All done with box set 1. Well, I guess it's just time to pick up One Piece box set 2. And ordered.
One eternity later.
Out of stock everywhere. eBay, Amazon, $300. There's a restock. Okay, here we go. You've been waiting 2 years for this. You can do it. This is so important. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I missed the restock. Fuck. Hello all my otaku friends, my name is Prof Otaku, and welcome back to my channel. FOMO, the 4-letter acronym amidst fear and unrelenting pressure in this dog-eat-dog manga collecting journey post-pandemic. So here we are in July of 22 with FOMO, or fear of missing out. But the real question is, what is FOMO? Why do we have it? How does it relate to manga collecting? And what are some tricks and tips that the professor has for you today in this video? Well, stay tuned to find out. Now, before we start the video, if you enjoy my content, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos just like this one, and so that you can help a brother out get past the YouTube algorithm that just wants to beat the crap out of my creativity. And I also want to say that yes, you are not alone in this venture. I want to be very transparent. I struggle with FOMO every day, and I think I speak for most of the MangaTube community. We all struggle with this, but that's why I'm putting out this video, is also to kind of check myself as well. So FOMO, or fear of missing out, is actually a form of social anxiety. It basically comes down to a feeling of apprehension observing others who are participating in a rewarding activity that you personally feel like you're not really being a part of. For example, manga collecting. So the term was first coined in 1996, and with research studies done in the late 90s, one of the scales that they used to measure this when they were studying people was that people were saying, when I am participating in this activity, my goal is to share that progress online with others. So think, well, MangaTube, Mangagram, Twitter, you name it. So FOMO basically comes down to 2 main points, and the first one is the desire to conform to peer pressure. For example, think Aria the Masterpiece. You hear Tokyo Pop saying, "Final run, write stuff. This is your chance to get Aria the Masterpiece." Everybody and their mother is freaking out. Peer pressure continues to build and build. We have to hit that 900. People are picking it up left and right. And now we have the manga, and people are reading it and going, I don't like this manga. The second main issue with FOMO is that on social media, your influencer type people who are promoting manga hauls and whatnot, you aren't seeing the sacrifices that they are making in their lives to make these hauls work. And so I've said this on my channel before, many of us here in the community, especially in MangaTube, are adults who have full-time jobs and a surplus of money to spend on our hobbies. It's very different than the demographic that mostly we are preaching to, which is a demographic of late teenagers, people, students who have not joined the workforce yet, that maybe don't have that kind of expendable money. But when we are talking about sacrifices for our hobby, looking at my own personal life, for example, I rarely go out. I buy 2 pairs of shoes and it lasts me 8 years. I have like 3 pairs of pants. I mean, so my majority of my fun money is going towards my hobby. It's not really going towards anything else. Is that a balanced lifestyle? You could say it's not, or you could say it is, but that's just my personal choice. I find that there are other revenues or avenues that I can enjoy for free that allow me to commune with other people. Continuing on this social media path, which is why FOMO was really studied in the first place. FOMO leads to people spending lots of time on social media looking for that hot deal or looking to see if they're gonna miss out on something. Our community of manga collecting is basically revolving around informing each other of the best deals, whether through looking at the publishers or directly messaging them, or just word of mouth, hey, this is coming back in stock, hey, this is going to be reprinted. Thus continues the spiraling of FOMO, especially in the post-pandemic where we are seeing lots of stock issues. So with bookstores slashing prices and having sales, as well as, of course, Right Stuf having their annual birthday sale, how can we fix FOMO right now? And the first tip that I have is one that I follow really closely, and that is to have a wish list. So the reason why I've never posted a shopping vlog of me on Right Stuf doing the summer sale is because I haven't bought anything really. I've only bought in 3 volumes during the summer sale, and that's because I really followed my wish list closely. Look, I saw One Punch Man the first week. I don't have One Punch Man, and I was like, oh, this is a good price. Oh, the restock's gonna take forever if I miss out now. Like, should I get it? Like, this is it. But I have to take a step back and go, look, you've got so much manga you need to read right now. And the only reason why you want it is because it's critically acclaimed and it's super cheap. Look, just chill out. Go off of your wish list. Make sure that you're getting the things that you really want and not the things that you're going to get because of the deal. And I think it's going to make you more happy with your purchases, but it's also going to help you in the long run with your budgeting. The second point on how to fix FOMO is thinking about the resellability of the manga that you're purchasing. When you're thinking about picking up a manga off of a recommendation or a manga that's got a really good price, the question you need to ask yourself is, how easy is this going to be for me to resell it, and what kind of return am I going to get on my investment if I don't like the series? So this point and the wish list really go hand in hand, because it's much harder for me to take a risk on a series that I'm just getting for the deal rather than looking at my wish list and going, this is something I really want, and even if it's not on sale, I'm willing to pay a little bit extra just to make sure that I get it and I'm not missing out on this deal. The last point I want to bring out with how to fix FOMO is consider the accessibility and stock issues of that manga at this particular time. If you haven't checked out my video on the state of the manga industry in 2022, I highly recommend you check it out because I dive really deep into the stock issues and the production plant issues here in America, as well as paper shortages. But for those of you who wanted just a very simplified version, I will say this: due to the pandemic and the supply chain issues, we've seen a funnel effect that has basically constricted the amount of production that's going on, but we've seen the demand of manga and anime increase twofold. Thus, the mentality of buying manga in 2022 has changed a lot since 2019. Pre-orders are becoming a must-have for the hot new series on the market, and even series that you're kind of on the fence about, you're having to pull the trigger because we just don't know when reprints are going to happen when they go out of stock. Along with that, publishers have said directly that their prioritization at this time is new series, continuing the publication of ongoing stuff that they are importing from Japan. So your older series like Yu Yu Hakusho and Slam Dunk have been out of stock for a couple years now, and now we're only just seeing reprints of these happening at the end of summer, at the end of the year. Look at the box set issues. They had even said no box sets were being printed for the foreseeable future, and now we are just seeing the reprints of Bleach and One Piece, to name a few. So going back to my point on restock potential when buying manga, think about it as, do you have a niche series that you're trying to pick up where you don't really know when the restock is going to happen? Or are you looking at a really popular series like Spy Family, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, where you know that Viz is prioritizing that reprint due to the popularity of it? Not to say that things like Bakuman or Dead Man Wonderland are not popular, they are very popular. But when we talk about restock priority, I mean, look, My Hero is definitely going to be above that. So yeah, when you're looking at a series, if it's an older series that's kind of niche and you're like, I really want this, but I just don't know, I would say pick it up rather than not pick it up, because once it goes out of stock, we just don't know if it's going to be a few months or a year, 2 years, whether there's going to be a reprint or not. I'll kind of give you a prime example of my FOMO mentality here in this current moment. So right now I'm picking up Rumiko Takahashi's stuff. I just have a very strong feeling personally that that is not a high reprint ability manga right now, because there's just so many Shonen Jump titles going on that are just more important. So even though all of this stuff is in stock right now, I am picking it up right now, because once it goes out of stock, I just feel like it might take a little while for it to come back in stock. But that is to say, I am still not paying full retail for this manga. I'm still going at the Right Stuff discounted price. I still got a 10% discount code, and I still have the 5% membership off. So I'm still getting my manga for a great price, but I'm just pulling the trigger now rather than later, because later may just be a little bit too late. But for series like One Punch Man, for example, even though the deal is right in my face right now with the Right Stuff summer sale, I just don't have a desire or an innate need to pick it up now, because I know down the line it's gonna be there for me. So that is it for my fear of missing out in manga collecting video. I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into my personal thoughts on the matter. I know that this topic isn't really talked about on MangaTube, but I do think it's really important right now in the summer with all the different sales going on. Let's create a discussion down below. What do you think? What are your tips? What do you kind of prioritize in this massive sea of uncertainty when it comes to manga collecting? As always, if you enjoyed my videos, please hit that like button, tap the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out, and I will see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.